Hello, my friends. This is Pam, and this is my channel, Made by Pam. And today, I didn't do a Friday sales this week, so this is going to kind of be combined, and it's live. So, I finished my denim jacket, and I would like to show it all to you. And I'm waiting for my phone to catch up. So hopefully everyone can hear me. I hope I'm not totally out of the loop here. Come on. Man, this is rough. Some reason it's not. There we go. All right. I found it. So, I have my jacket. Let me go ahead and show it to you. I know not everyone's here, but that's okay. That's what replays are for. And this is a very big jacket. So I'm going to kind of switch over and you can kind of see my messy room over there. My organization status there. And stand right here so it kind of blocks the light. This is the jacket that I have been spending the last couple weeks working on. And if I tried it on, okay, it is very big on me. But it's not for me. It's for a friend. I'll switch you back so that I can get you out of that light there. Okay. So, yesterday I spent time working on embroidery designs. And this one I try to make it into a little ornament type thing. So I put a border around it. And that probably wasn't the greatest thing. My little brother machine, it has a 4x4 hoop. And those circles and stuff that it does just are not big enough for these designs that I did on my other machine that has a bigger hoop. But the problem is my other machine doesn't have the circles integrated in it or the squares or whatever. And my brother does. But I have that one. So this is one of the designs I showed her. And she loved it so much because she loves Stitch. But she loves Jack. And so Stitch is holding on to Jack. And she thought that was so adorable. And then the other design that I've done on the jacket. And go ahead and... Oh, it's right here. Is this one. So there's Jack holding Oogie Boogie. Hi, Dixie. How are you today? So this is Jack holding Oogie Boogie. And this one I just did like a little square thing around it. And obviously it cut off part of Jack because obviously my machine can't get it right. But I put a backing on it. So it can I can put a little thing here and it can kind of hang. I thought that would be kind of neat. And then I had also shown her this design. And she didn't like that once. She liked it probably, but not for her jacket. And then I showed her this design. So the jacket I put a little hanger on it. And it's a bigger like hanger, so I hope she's okay with the little things on the back of the neck like this for the hang, because if she takes it off, she's going to want to hang it up somewhere. And sometimes putting it on a hanger isn't always the best. It's usually better to have like a little hook. And so oh yeah, I should show you the insides. So here are the pockets. So this is a pocket here. So you have the opening here. It's got the pocket. And then inside I have a little jack design. So the inside of the pocket is this jack design. And then I just have the little snaps that snap it shut. And then there's the welt. Get myself straight. This is a welt pocket. And it's a very deep welt pocket. And it just has a different color purple on the inside because I was working with limited fabric and I ran out of purple. So I had a different color purple that I used as lining. And I could have used this as a lining, but thinking about it, I thought purple would be better as a lining. And it's a nice, soft, smooth purple that feels really nice. And then, so this pocket here, I integrated, so it's got the pocket. That's what I did on my last one that I did. And you have to have pockets. And then this right here, this is the pocket. And so it integrates into the sides of the placket here. And I've done the same thing on this other side. Right here. And then it's got this pocket. And as you see here, this is part of the embroidery design. Hi, Mary. So I had done these designs so that I could like try to like do the design and then plaster it right on, like put it right on the jacket. But she wanted it a more permanent fixture. And so she wanted it directly embroidered onto the jacket. So that's what I've done. So there's this one here that is embroidered directly on the jacket. And the Oogie Boogie is with a variegated, it's like a cream, like an orange cream color thread. Trying to get my words straight. And so it's embroidered straight on there. So this is the back of that embroidery. And then this is the back of stitch. And this is the front of stitch. If I can get my stuff straight here. So the other night I was looking, I guess it was Saturday night, I started looking on Etsy again to see if I could find some designs for the embroidery, because I hadn't found a design yet, but I decided to look at that and see what I could find. And so I found some designs on Etsy. And so yesterday I was going to come on and show my jacket, and that just didn't happen. I wanted to, and it didn't happen. So the jacket, it is a zip up. I know most denim jackets, they button up the front, but they wanted it to be zipped up because that's what I did in the last one. And I think she'll appreciate it. So it is huge on me. So it does have the snaps for the cuffs. And then it's got the plackets here. Now this placket, this inside part is a little bit bigger just because I wanted to incorporate one of the reasons why it's so much bigger is because the collar, I had already cut out the collar, and I should know better to make it a little bit bigger than what it is because I forgot. So, and then the zipper, I think the last one I did, it went the whole length. This one did not. So it's got the little piece here, so it's not the whole length, but that's okay. She'll like it anyways. And then the neckline, so I'm hoping she's okay with the collar. If not, then I guess she just won't take it. I don't know. I don't know what I'd do if she didn't take it. But the collar, the issue I had was that it didn't quite go the whole length. So I compromised, and so it's got like the even length here. And I think she'll be okay with that. I know I would, just because then you don't have like the collar like going right up against you and irritating. So I'm hoping she's okay with it. And hopefully she's okay with the placement. Like when you put it on, you can kind of see that it's not, like if I was to have sewn it on, I probably would have sewn it on like right here in this section. But I was working with the yeah, she could pull the zipper down a bit. Yeah. And so I have done the placket on the inside too, the zipper placket, so that it is a protection. And so that's why this is a bigger panel than this other side. So I think she'll be okay with that. I'm hoping so. She's going to come and pick it up today. And then it's got the hook that she can hang it on. And she was telling me that her grandma was a seamstress and would compromise on things a lot. So she understands the struggles, because I did tell her that it was collar blocked and what we were working with. And I showed her a picture of it, and she's like, I love it. I love the color combinations, the way you've done it. And so I'm pretty sure she'll be happy. And then, and then this is the back of it. The back of the jacket. So it's also collar blocked, but there's larger pieces of purple on the back. Yeah, the inside pockets. Yeah. Because she really liked the Jack Skellington, so that's what I've done. Oh, and I should finish showing you all of these little things. Oh, thank you, Marty. Did you see the whole thing? What is my next project? I'm glad you asked, Mary. So my next project is another jacket. Yep. And I don't know if I have that one sitting here. I could grab it really quick and show you. But let me finish showing you these cool things. Yeah, another jacket, but it's not a denim jacket this time. It is like my other jacket that I made, and my niece wanted a jacket or a coat. The other one, it's not going to be as big. It's actually going to be a lot smaller than that. It's one that would fit me, But hi, Miriam. So I have this one, and I'm just going to set these inside the pockets of the jacket, so they're kind of a bonus for her. But I might put a little like rivet here on the side, like, well, not a rivet. It's not a rivet. It's a it's the ones with the holes. Rivets don't have holes, but the grommets, the little like little hole grommets, I'm gonna like put on there, and I could do that on each of these, and then put one here for stitch, and then I could put one through here. Now I don't have the back. I don't have a backing on that one like I do on these other ones, but that's okay. And then I have the Jack Skellington. And then this one is actually like a little ornament thing. And I guess when I was trimming it, I trimmed too close to the stitching. And so the stitching has come undone. So, yeah. It's starting to come undone. So I might have to take my regular sewing machine and just stitch up that edge there. Hi, Sherry. And then this one is like of the Oogie Boogie. Now I had it on red because I thought red would be really cool. And then I did like it's like kind of like it's a green, but it didn't show up as nice as I thought it would. Oh, black Sharpie on this. Well, I am going to have to actually take and stitch it because the backing it stitches together, and so it starts to come apart if it's not stitched. Yes, I have 2 embroidery machines actually. Then I have this one. Now I was doing this one last night, and I didn't realize when I was doing it that the circles like overlapped each other, because I was trying to get 4 of them on the same page, and so the circles overlapped, and so I'm like, I'm not going to cut that apart. They're just going to be together just like that. Although it'd be really cool if it was the Jack one instead, like that, because Sally and Jack, they were the ones together, and but instead it's going to be the boogeyman with her. Hi, Faith. And then I have this one that I've done. This one, these ones, and where did the other one go? Oh, it was hiding in this one. These ones I did all, I'm not really familiar with the characters either, because I'm not a huge Nightmare Before Christmas enthusiast. But this one is like the Jack's Sandy Claus person. And then the little, I guess this one is a little Zero the dog. And so I've done a green background on these. But yeah, I'm just going to stick these right inside her jacket. So I'm going to put those little like grommets thing in these. And then I have a cute little finger puppet. So I made a little finger puppet. Now, yeah, the Nightmare Before Christmas. And so this is a cute little finger puppet. And it, like, these ones were like off of embroiderydeal.com. the finger puppets, because last year when I was doing more embroidery, I signed up for their like deal that they had, that basically you could get any design. Like you paid like $20 last year. Now it's like $40. It's like $39.95. Last year it was $19.95 or whatever. So last year it was $20 for this deal for the embroidery, and it pays for all the current embroidery that they have in their system, plus any future embroidery. So I was able to do the little finger puppet. And I know I had, oh, that's the one I was thinking about. I already stuck it in a box. I was going to send it to Joni just because I can. So I did this little, like, design. It says Merry Christmas on it, but it's really difficult to see. Oh, this neckline on my shirt? Well, thank you. It was a shirt that I made, and as I was making it, my shirt, it was too big. So I just took and I tucked in the pieces and sewed it together. So it kind of brings it together. So there's like little pleats here. Because, you know, I have a, yeah. But yeah, so that's what I've done. So I'm going to add the little grommets in these. So if you want, I can show you my embroidery machines. Yeah. Oh, my phone is being noisy because I didn't put my phone on mute. So I don't think it was going to like, everybody is lagging. I know with my phone, it's lagging. So yeah, I don't know where you're at in this, Marty, but I know yeah, you're live. Well, if I can't alter things, then what's the point of making them? Now the thing is, okay, sometimes I have other clothing and I think, oh, I want to alter that. And I have a hard time altering an already manufactured garment, okay? I have a hard time with that. But making something and making it my own, like making something up, I don't have a problem with. So it's not too dirty back there. So I can move my curtain and I can take you over and show you my embroidery machines that I have, just so you know what I have. If you're okay with that. Oh, you think that's awesome. Okay. All right. So I will show you behind the curtain, and I will move you in just a second because I know those lights are to everybody. Yes, I make aprons too. All right. So I did just unplug my mic, so hopefully you can still hear me. I do this on my computer, on my laptop. So this is my this is one of my embroidery machines here. It's a Husqvarna Viking Topaz 40. And so it's a sewing / embroidery machine that I have. And then I still have my little thing hooked in there, which I should have unhooked it before I moved it back over here. because I had it sitting on my, oh no, I broke it. Oh no. I broke it when I moved it. It might be busted now. Uh-oh. And then this is my other embroidery machine. It's a Brother SC625. And I keep those covered up with dust covers all the time. And then this is my iron. And this is a picture my son drew. It's Bendy and the ink machine. Okay. So I'll bring you back over. Hopefully I didn't make anybody seasick here. I'll plug you back in. Because things seem to do better if you are plugged in. And then I just hang this curtain back up on my hooks that I like to have everything hidden behind. All right, so let me go ahead and grab that pattern of that next project I am working on. I think I have it anyways. Nope. Well, well, well. I don't know what I did with the pattern. I'm sorry, guys. I was going to show it to you. And I don't know what I did with it. I do have it around here somewhere, though, so it's not far. It's just misplaced at the moment. Yeah, I know you want to see the next project. So how about this? I'll go upstairs really, really fast and grab my jacket that I made. And I can show you what I plan on doing. So just give me 2 seconds. Well, longer than 2 seconds, but a minute. Okay, guys, I'm back. Hopefully I didn't take too long. I'm so sorry about that. So, the first jacket that I made, well, out of the pattern that I used, was this one, this green one. I can tell my lag's not too bad because I have it pulled up on my phone and it's keeping up pretty good. Well, this is my first jacket that I made. And so I took it with me the other day and showed it to my niece and asked her what she thought of the sizing. And she said that she liked it, but she liked the sizing of my other one better. And then this one does not have inseam pockets, which when I try to wear it, I'm like, man, there's no pockets. But it's got the top pocket, and I've added a lining because I live in cold weather. And so it's got pockets on the inside. And then it also has like zipper pockets too. So it's like got double duty pockets. So this one is one I did as a collaboration with Angela from Just Me and My Fabrics. She's another YouTuber that does a lot of sewing. And we did a collab because she had bought the pattern and I already had it. And so we decided to collab on the jackets. And we both lined ours. And so this one you can tell that there's no like zipper placket at all on there. There's a zipper, but there's no like little section there to like if you're zipping it up to like whatever. So this is my other jacket that I made that I wear on like an everyday basis because I cut it up and it was a size small because I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe I would make it for somebody else. And then I was like, oh, thank you, Dixie. Well, it's not my first jacket that I've made, okay? This is the first coat I made for myself. Well, no, it's not, actually. I made myself a couple other coats too. But the first one with the pattern that I did, the one with the pattern number that I made. So the first one of that style. I have made quite a few jackets, actually. I have a denim jacket upstairs that I made that I wear like in the springtime. So this is my other coat. And this one, I have added the zipper panel too. And it has a little tie things. And this one I have inseam pockets. And then being that I cut it as a size small and it just wasn't big enough, and I was like, man, I so want to wear that, because it would barely like touch on the front. And I was like, that's not gonna work unless I add something. So I took some black fabric and I added the black side pieces. And then this one I also have the cuffs, which my niece wants cuffs on hers like this. And so it has a panel and it zips all the way up. And I don't generally zip it all the way up because it gets a little tight on my neck. So usually if it's zipped up, it's just zipped up to like there. And then this is the one. Also, it has the pocket on the inside. And then it has kind of like a hidden zipper pocket. So it's kind of hidden so that you can't really tell that it's there. So it's got the pocket there. And the same on the other side. And then on the inside, I did a purple fabric line to make it wider as a outside. And then this is the one that I made into the backpack. Trying to read comments as you guys are chatting. And so this one has a little hanger. And on the green one, I didn't do a hanger on it. And so this one is the one I made into a backpack. that I worked on. Because I was almost done with the jacket. And my husband's like, well, aren't you going to put a backpack on it so that you can turn it into a backpack when you take it off? And I'm like, well, I wasn't going to, but I'm going to now. And so I made it into a backpack. And then it's even got a pocket on there. So if I needed to store something in there. Just like a backpack would have as a front pocket. See? It's just all clumped up. Thank you, Dixie. Oh, yes. So the fabric I'm going to be using for the jacket I'm making for my daughter. No, not my daughter, my niece. She's kind of like my daughter. She's the same age as my son. Well, she was born in 2001. And my son was born in 2000, and then my daughter was born in 2002. So she's right between those ages. Yeah, you're so sweet, Marty. No, for the backpack, I tried, and I just couldn't get it right. So this is purely me. Like, the backpack is just something that I whipped up. It took a minute. But let me show you the fabric that I'm going to use on my next project. So this is the fabric I am going to use on my next project. It is a black and white and gray. I'm pretty sure it's that one. Let me double check. Yes, it's this one because the other one has red. And my niece decided that she didn't want the red one. So, this fabric, I have about 3 yards. Just over 3 yards, like 3 3/4 of a yard, I'm pretty sure, is what I wrote on the side. Yeah, 3.75 of a yard. So this fabric I got from Walmart back in probably 2020. I'm pretty sure. Let me look at the date. Yeah, 10/13/20. So it was well, it's when things were starting to open back up, and I think I had like a dentist appointment or something for one of my kids. Or I had something else going on. I don't remember for sure. Yeah. So the denim jacket that I just finished here, this denim jacket, This was made from a previous denim jacket. So I can show you the pieces. I have like some felt pieces that I'm cutting things out. Like this here as part of the denim jacket that I took apart. So this piece I kept together just so that I would have it for reference to look at and make sure I was getting things correct. And so I have these pattern pieces here. Like this was a hole for the welt pocket. And this is like the button, like the top chest pocket. And then this is part of the welt pocket facing. And this is the front center that also incorporate that button that they had there. So I took and I marked everything. Yes, this for the denim jacket that I just finished, this is what I used. It's the same one that I used when I made the purple denim jacket last year. No, Dixie. This one is the exact same size. So this denim jacket, if I was better at enlarging patterns, I would have just taken this pattern that I have here. So I have this Mimi G style pattern. It's 8845. This one only goes up to an extra large. If I was good at enlarging patterns, I would have taken and I would have enlarged this 5 times. Because the jacket, so this jacket that I have here, I bought it off of Walmart. I got it from Walmart.com. So I went on the Walmart website and I looked it up and I found a denim jacket, and it didn't matter what color or anything it was. I just wanted one so that I could take it apart and use it as a pattern pieces, because I was having a hard time. Granted, now they've come out with a independent pattern like PDF that you can print out and use. But at that time, last year, I could not find a pattern like that was big enough, a 5X pattern that was big enough that I could use for the jacket. So I went on Walmart and found a 5X jacket, and I ordered it and it came, and I started to take it apart. And so this is part of the button placket. So as you notice, the plackets were separate. And so putting the zipper in the jacket was not very hard, because instead of doing the buttons, it just had the zipper going up the front. So yeah, so I have all the pieces here that I have. And so from that, I took the pieces and I laid them out on top of my pattern, like little pattern tissue. Now this is like a sew-in interfacing, but I use it as pattern paper. And so I just took and I made the pattern that way. Oh, she's not in trouble. She thought that I enlarged the pattern from what I from another pattern. No. I took it and it's like pretty much true to size as what this one is. So if you took it, it's like pretty true to size. It's pretty big. So yeah, nobody's in trouble. But that's the joy of making things, is that you can put your own twist on them and add your own stuff, and it makes it that much better. So yeah, this is my next project, is making the jacket for my niece. And she wants like a soft fuzzy fabric on the inside. So I'm looking and seeing if I still have some more of this gray fabric, fuzzy fabric left. If not, I can use another fabric. She likes... Oh, that will be fun, Mary. Making your brother a hat. I understood. Winding yarn, yeah. But yeah, so this is the next project. Oh, and the reason why I bought it from Walmart in the first place is because they had a clearance. And it wasn't at my local Walmart. It was one that is like... So I live in Utah. I live in Ogden, Utah. And so I had to take... I think I was actually at a dentist appointment for my son. And we finished, and his appointment was actually in Syracuse at the pediatric dentist. And because we usually go to Roy for their dentist, but you go maybe 5 more miles down the street is this one in Syracuse. Yeah, weird names out here, but I'm sure you guys get it. And so the Walmart was like right there in that area. Or I drove out to Syracuse to pick up some fabric bundles. And while I was out there, I decided to stop at the Walmart. I don't remember. This was like last year. No, it was like 2 years ago, because this was in 2020, because that's when I got this one, was 2020. So I picked up this piece of fabric. It's 3 3/4 of a yard of fabric. And I paid 94 cents for it. Because they were clearancing out, and this is like a home deck type fabric. They were clearancing them out, and for like 25 cents a yard. But you basically had to take the whole bolt. And I was totally cool with that. So I talked to the lady. She's like, yeah, those are right prices. And so had a little tag on there. And got it for 94 cents for all this fabric that I'm going to make a jacket for my niece out of. I just have to relocate that pattern because I said it somewhere, and I know it's somewhere. It's not lost. I just don't know my way. Hi, Angie. So nice to see you. You have missed everything, Angie. Where have you been? You've missed it all. And I know Keisha is coming on later too. I think my time said 1 o'clock. And so, well, that was nice of you, Angie. So go spend some time with your mama. Hi, Denley. So good to see you. So that's pretty much all I've worked on this week, is sewing up that denim jacket, getting that finished. And then I did all these embroidery things. that I'm going to put a grommet in them. I guess I could show you how I put the grommets in. Only if you want to hang out with me a little bit longer. So I'm going to go under my table really quick. Grab out my tools. Because that's what I do. So I have a little thing here. So I have a bunch of different grommets. Like I have these ones that I use that kind of go with like a belt kit. And I have all of these ones. A bunch of little colorful ones. And I have some in here too. Oh, and I think these are the things that go with those other grommets. I keep them in a separate package. Because I think I got them off of, I might have gotten them off of Wish or something. I got them off of something. Okay. And I have a whole big mess in my pouch here. So they've all fallen out and made a mess. I'll have to clean it up later. Alright. So now I gotta remember, is it this one? I think so. I think it's this one that I use. Like this one was my hole puncher, so I'm going to have to punch a hole in the fabric. So you guys can watch this. My mom sewed a little bit, Dixie. She's actually the one that helped me understand patterns. So about 12 years ago, because when I first started sewing, like doing sewing, I made quilts. So I made a lot of quilts in my beginning sewing career. Well, I guess it's not really a career. It's like my sewing hobby. So I was in high school and I had a car that needed a new engine. And I was also taking like auto mechanics and stuff in school. But so my car needed a new engine, but I was in high school and I was a senior and I was like, it's like I was starting to get more interested in the sewing business, well, the sewing world of like just doing sewing stuff. And I had a friend at school that happened to get pregnant, and I think she got married too. So she was married and pregnant in high school. Yeah. And yeah, I did take auto mechanics. And so it was like the toss up. It's like, I really want to make her a blanket, like a quilt. Well, and I also had a neighbor. So my next door neighbor at that time was also pregnant. And I wanted to make her a blanket too. So I kind of weighed my options. Like, do I do a new engine for my car, or do I do yeah, you're funny, Marty. Or do I get a sewing machine? So I weighed my options. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting a sewing machine because that's going to last me forever. And this car, who knows if it's going to work? It's just time to junk it and get a different car. And so I was good, doing that. And I eventually got a different car. Yeah. So I did a lot of sewing and making quilts. And so the sewing machine I bought, it lasted me like 30 years. Well, let's see. It hasn't quite been 30 years yet. Because I got it. So maybe it lasted me like 25. Because I just celebrated my 25th high school reunion. Yeah, I've been out of high school for 25 years. Do you believe that? And so we just celebrated my 25th high school reunion. So I got it when I was a senior in high school. So at the beginning of my senior year. So I had the machine and it just broke like last year. Now the machine still works. Don't get me wrong. It still works. I don't use it because now it will only stay in one stitch, which I put it back into the straight stitch. Because the stitch selector on it busted. Like the little gear that controls the stitch selector, it busted. And there's really no way to fix that gear. Oh, I bet, Marty. I'm Mary. 59th reunion. That'll be awesome. Oh, your 50th. Okay. I was like, 59th reunion. Do they do those? I guess they would do 60th reunions, right? That's a long time. But yeah. So I'm going to scan you down really quick so you can watch what I'm doing, because I'm going to show you. So this is a nifty little tool. I know I got it from a thrift store somewhere. And I saw it, and I saw this little end and this, and I was like, I have to have that. I'm like, even the little punchers, like the little punch ends, can be pushed out of the bottom here. So I used it the other day. Well, yeah, Saturday, when I was putting the snaps on the jacket, I used this to... Oh, Angie, I'm so sorry about that. It's hard losing a parent. I haven't lost a parent, but I have lost a sister. So see, that punches these nice little holes in there. Oh, that one went through beautifully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and punch out all of these. Granted, some of them I'll probably have to individually cut out like the little ends. But I still need to stitch around the end of this one. Class of 79. That's like 43 years. Right? Because I'm 44. Well, I'll be 45 next month. Because I was born in 1978. See, that's when I'm your little sister, Marty. $1960. Now, all of these embroidery designs that I did here for these, I did them all with felt. So I had those little craft felt things that I got from Michael's. Like I got some like little craft felt packs from Michael's. And you know what? I don't think that made the hole big enough. It'll be okay though. It'll be big enough. It'll stretch out the hole a little bit. I'll just open up my little bag here. So these pieces here that we have go on. So like the little ridges that they have, I don't know if you can see those little ridges, but the ridges go on the, like the inside part, I think. I don't remember for sure. It's been too long. But this little pointy piece on this goes on that edge that's, I think, don't take my word for it. Oh, that went a lot easier than I thought it was going to. I was trying and trying. You'll see, just like a nice little thing. I probably put the wrong color in there because I did green. Well, this one, let's see, do I have a black? I do. I want to do a black in this one. Just because it's black. And these little tools beats. All right, see you later, Marty, Miriam. She says, Mimi from Argentina. But yeah, so kind of line that up and squeeze it. And it's all done. And this one I'll do white. Now I know there are little grommets. Kids. So sorry about that. So my kids are home, obviously, because they don't have school today. Oh, you sidetracked? That's so cool that you joined me today, Mary. I know I've been talking about this denim jacket for weeks, about making it and mentioning it in chats. And then even yesterday, I had mentioned I was going to do a live to show it off, and then that just didn't happen. And then I felt bad because I'd never made it on. And then Mary was on later that night, and I was like, oh, I didn't want to like interrupt that. And Becca and Beth were on, and I didn't want to really interrupt them. And everything else. And but I wasn't ready to show it per se yet because I hadn't had the embroidery on it yet. So I could have showed it without the embroidery on it just because the embroidery, like I was gonna like embroider on like the actual pieces and then stitch them onto the jacket that way, like an applique. And that didn't work. I must have lost my piece. So I lost my train of thought. But when I talked to the lady last night that wanted the jacket, she said that she wanted it. Sometimes I think that would take more pressure to do. So I'm trying, and then all of a sudden it's done. But I had mentioned to her that I could do the Jack holding Boogie Oogie on like a white background. She's like, what? Why? I'm like, so you could see the shoes. She's like, can you just stitch it directly on the jacket? Like embroider directly on there? I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. Now that was a little bit of a challenge, putting it directly on the jacket, because putting it directly on the jacket meant having to finagle a little bit with the placement with the hoops. And so trying to get the hoops on the jacket in the right position was a little bit of a challenge. I got it, of course, because it's done. Like, and the embroidery is not exactly where I would have liked it to have been placed on there, but it's good enough. And I'm hoping that she enjoys it. And I know she said that she will, and that she understands like some of the complications that comes with garment making and stuff, because her grandma was a seamstress. But like when I make them for other people, it's like I'm kind of a little picky about it, or I don't want to say the word, but a little anal, like a perfectionist. If things aren't quite right, it's hard to chorus, like, to be proud of it, I guess. I unpicked so many seams on that jacket. Like, if you had seen me working on it on, I guess it was it Friday or was it Saturday? No, I think it was Saturday. So Randy Rabbit, she was on doing a live, and I was watching her because there wasn't anyone else to watch. And I like the background noise. I like the noise of people doing lives and stuff. I can show you the jacket again, Angie. We can show it to you. It's a pretty nifty jacket. I can show it to you again, Angie. I'm just going to finish punching these things in. Then we'll go back and show you the jacket again. So I know when you make things, you're not always supposed to point out the flaws in the construction details. But I did struggle with like the zipper placket. So I'd sewn down the zipper piece and stuff, and then I realized that I didn't quite have it in the right part, but I couldn't quite unstitch what I've already done. It was going to be too difficult. And so I just stitched over the top of it. Well, I tried to, and it didn't quite turn out like I wanted it to. Then I ended up stitching over it like a third time. And so I have like 3 lines of stitching on that piece. And I'm not exactly proud of that part of it because it has those flaws. I was like, huh. But I couldn't really like unpick them all. Not with the stitch I did. And I'd unpicked so much of the jacket already. Like, so I tried to use my hand crank machine for this jacket for the top stitching. And after doing a little bit of it here and there, I was like, yeah, this hand crank machine, it doesn't have consistent enough stitches. And for me to keep a straight line with it so much with such a big item, it wasn't consistent enough that I was proud of my work. That I was like, yep, I guess that's not going to work. So I I took all the other stitching out and just did regular top stitching with my other machine, with my regular machine, because there was no way that I was going to, you know, I didn't like the sloppiness that created, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of these pieces back in my bucket here. Okay. I saw my phone was buffering for a minute, and then I look up and I'm like, okay, I'm still good. My computer's not buffering. I worry about that sometimes. So I'll put my fabric back over there. Put my other jackets over there that I made. Okay, I'm going to lift you back up, so don't get seasick on me. No, I did not send the machine back, but being that the box was damaged during shipment and part of the pieces were damaged, I had left a review on the Amazon site, and I had mentioned on the review that the legs were like crap. And I left a review, and the company that, like, Benova reached out to me. Yeah, Beamnova, Beamnova. They're the manufacturing company or distributor of that machine. And they had contacted me and said that I could have a new machine sent out. And I was like, I really don't want a new machine sent out. This one will suffice. And I had asked about like a partial refund, and they said they would only give me $17. Well, I spent $115 on that machine, $120. And so I'm like, well, 17's not going to suffice for as many issues as it has, because I can't even get like the new shuttle cases for the machine for $17. So I contacted customer service. I contacted Amazon because they said to work through Amazon. And I talked to an actual customer service rep because I couldn't do it over like their like little computer thing. And I contacted them and let them know that the company said to send me a new one. Well, Amazon said that they couldn't send out a new one because they didn't have one in stock. But being with the issues, and that the company had told me just to keep the other one and get a new one sent out, that Amazon would refund me the money. So yes, I have a machine that I got for absolutely free. So yeah. But this is the jacket, Angie. Are you still here? This is the jacket. And this is an embroidery design that I did. Oh, I have like a really bad glare here. But this is an embroidery design on one side. And she's like, how much extra would it cost me to have you put both designs on? Because she really loves Stitch, because her mom has a Stitch embroidery on her jacket, the one that I did, like the all purple one that I made last year. And so she really loves Stitch, but she really likes Jack, and Stitch was holding Jack. And so she really loved that. And then she had mentioned something about Oogie Boogie, and I found an embroidery design that had Jack holding Oogie Boogie. And she's like, I love both of those designs so much. Can you please put them both on my jacket? I'm like, yeah, I can. So as I was mentioning to you guys, I know this really doesn't matter, but right here in the zipper line, you see those like three different stitches, and I couldn't like unstitch what I'd already done. It just wasn't going to work. But when I was doing it, I realized that I really needed a stitch on this back side to hold down this part of this placket piece. And so that third stitch had to go in because of the way I did it. I'm just reading the chat really quick. Yeah, I have a train track about, well, you guys would get a kick out of it. On one side of the neighborhood, like on the other side going over the bridge, because we have a bridge that goes over into downtown. And it drives right over the railroad tracks, like over the train station, because we have a Union Station just like right downtown. And then about 2 blocks that way, we have trains that go by. But we also have the freeway about 2 blocks away too. Well, maybe the freeway's maybe 3-4 blocks away. But yeah, this is the jacket Angie, if you didn't see. But yeah. And so instead of having the snaps going up the front or the buttons, it's got a zipper. Because that's what I did with the other purple denim jacket that I made last year. And so that's what it has. And then the inside has the jack as the pocket pieces. So it has the pocket there. And it has the pocket there. And then here it has this walt pocket here that's really deep. It's like, and then the pocket here that has this as the lining of that pocket. So you can kind of see in there it has that lining. All right, thank you so much for joining me, Mary. It was so nice having you here. And so, like, one of the reasons why I decided not to use the other machine, because I had done so much unpicking. Like, I've got a little bit of, like damage on the back jacket here. Well, I guess maybe not. Maybe it's just, like, loose. I don't know. It's either threads or just damage from the machine and happen to unpick so much. Like a little bit of, it gives a little bit of wear and tear. And I'm not exactly happy about that, but there's nothing I can do about it because I pretty much used up like all the fabric that I had. Like I have a little tiny bit of fabric left, but not enough to make another garment with. So yeah, well, this is what that jacket was. So I guess I was going to show you guys me fixing that ornament really quick. Because I don't know what time the lady is going to show up. I know she said she was going to show up sometime this afternoon to pick up the jacket from me. Because her kids get out of school at like 3 o'clock. And so she has to be home for her kids. Which my kids don't have school today. Because they go to a different school. So, bring it down a little bit. So what I'm going to do here, I think what I'm going to do is just do like a over edge stitch. So I'm going to put it on my number 4, which is a zigzag stitch. And I'm just going to zigzag right over the edge of this. Okay. But I'm going to make my stitch length smaller so it's really close together. And then it's going to still have the same width of the zigzag that it has. Make sure that my machine isn't swallowing the fabric. I hope. So I need to touch this up just a little bit more because it's still not quite even. And like I said, in some things, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. And other things, I could care less. You know? Like sometimes, the way things are, you just have to kind of go with the flow and not worry too much about things not working out and just let it go. So I'm going to go ahead and sew along this other edge here too, just because I realized that part of that was also coming unstitched. Maybe I should just do all the way around it. Just make it look uniform all the way around with my crappy zigzag stitching that this is going to do. Okay. See, that still didn't catch that piece. When I put it on there, I didn't put it back far enough. Just that little, like, curve there. Hi, Jenren. You have missed everything, Jenren. Where have you been? Oh, my goodness. But I said that same thing to Angie, too. All right, so I have gone ahead and I fixed that along the edge. So now it's not going to come apart. Just do a little snip here. Make that hole just a little tiny bit bigger so I can put this little grommet in there. I always want to call them rivets, but I know they're not rivets. They're little grommets. Oh, she wasn't trying to climb the curtains. You're so funny, Marty. I was just correcting a misunderstanding, that's all. Okay, so that one is done now too. So what am I going to do with these, you ask? Well, I know you didn't ask. But I am going to take them and put them in the pockets, and these are going to be a bonus for her. So she has a nice little like bonus that she can take with her. And then I need to finish these little I need to finish making these little finger puppets too. Isn't that cute little finger puppets? This is the only one I've done so far. I was going to do more. I just haven't done it yet because, so I did this one, I think, and I was having trouble with the file on the, I did this one and then I think I deleted it because I needed a different file on the machine. And I decided just to delete everything off so I could do a different file because I was having issues with the designs. So those these designs and stuff, I was trying to do them on my brother machine, but my machine wasn't reading the file. But my Topaz 40, that embroidery machine would read the files. So I was able to do that because I tried. Oh yeah, you can see the jacket. So this is one of the embroidery designs I did, Jen. And then this is the other one I did for the jacket because she wanted both designs after she saw them. She's like, can you please do both? And I'm only charging her $5 extra to do both. Because I can't charge a whole lot. But this is the jacket. So I'm going to lift you guys up again so don't get sick on me here. A lot of finagling here. Well, this is the jacket. I've got the zipper placket here. With the zipper, because normally they would found some loose threads. So normally you would use snaps or buttons on this. Yeah, I'm showing her. I didn't do this. I didn't put a lining in this jacket, Dixie. I did not do a lining in this jacket. Now if you're asking if I have enough of the Jack Skellington fabric to make like some kind of a scarf, that I could say yes. Well, this is the jacket. This is the front side with it zipped up. And it's got the pockets here. And then it has like a little Jack Skellington design on the end as a lining on the inside of the pocket, which is this design. Which I wanted to do this one on the inside of the jacket as part of the pockets. But it wasn't quite cut out to the right orientation. So when it was placed down, it would be this side would be showing. And I was like, no, we're not doing that. Or it would be upside down. And I wasn't going to do that either. So it's got that and the purple. And then here is the back of the jacket. So it's got the black on the sides and then the purple. And then with the collar, it's also collar block. So it has the black there and it has the purple on the underneath. Like, thank you guys. And then this is the inside with the pocket. So it's got the pocket there and the pocket there. And then it has a little hanger. This. And then my bonus thing. So Jen, I didn't even show you all of these. All I did was gather them up and throw them in there. And I didn't even show them to you because I'd already shown them to everybody else. But so I have this one. And the only reason why these ones are together is because when I was doing it, it was overlapped. The circles were overlapped just a little bit. I realized that after I'd already started. And I was like, well, I'm not going to like not finish it. Because I could have just like left this one off. Because I'd already started finishing this one. I could have just left this one off and done it on something else. So that it could have just been on its own. But I'm like, nope, I'm just going to have them together. And then I have this one. And so I put like little grommets in them. And then this one. So this design, let's see, you can kind of see the backs of them. This design, without the yellow circle around it. I put a grommet, but I kind of made this into like the little ornament type backing. And then this design, these are the 4 designs that I had that I let her choose from. And so she chose this one and she chose this one. And I figured she probably would just because her mom loves Stitch and she loves Stitch, but it was holding Jack and she really wanted Jack incorporated into the jacket. And then this one, she says, well, if you can't find Jack, can you find Oogie Boogie? And so I found Jack holding Oogie Boogie. And so she loved both of those ones so much that she needed both of them on her jacket. And then so I have this one. This is the Oogie Boogie, but as the grown-up Oogie Boogie, which it's like kind of like got a green thread that doesn't show up the best on there. And then we got Zero the dog, little ghost dog. We got the little Sandy Claus, the little Jack Claus thing. And then that one. And these ones I am just, yeah, Jack Skellington. Oh, a scarf? I bet she would love that if I made her a scarf. And then Jen, I did this little like finger puppet. So I've only done the 1 finger puppet, and I think it's a set of 5 finger puppets that I did. So the fabric for the scarf all right, guys. So I still have a whole nother yard of that fabric because I think I got it because my son liked it so much at the time that he had asked if I could. Thank you, Dixie. You guys make me feel so good. So, I think I had got 3 yards of this because at the time my son liked the fabric so much. And I don't think he's so much into it now. But he liked it so much that I was going to make him a shirt out of it at one point. And then I think that has changed. So we make a scarf. Yeah, this is a yard. So I still have like almost a full yard because this piece I cut out for the pocket piece. Because I had to cut out a new pocket piece. Yeah, because so on this jacket, like I had that pocket piece cut out, but then I realized I needed like a second piece, so I would have the back side fully enclosed, like so it was lined, because that's the way I like it. Thank you, Marty. So if I was to, I know 44 inch, like 36 inches, so it would be 36 inches. Wouldn't quite be long enough. And 44 inches still isn't quite long enough for a scarf, because that would only be so much on me for 44 inches. So to do a scarf, I would have to make it twice this length. Okay. Which what I should do is just do all of this off camera. But I know you guys are having so much fun with me. So for a scarf, I think we are going to want it at least 6 inches wide, right? For the scarf. Is 6 inches wide going to be wide enough, or do I need to do it wider? Well, let me know. I need your opinions. Because I have one that's like 6.5 inches wide. But I could make it wider too. Oh, yes. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, Jen. I'm so sorry about that. You know, I need to put these pieces away. I need to put my grommet pliers away. And put my grommet stuff back under my table. Like what Beth and Becca call it. Make it 6.5 inches. Okay. Or 8 inches. Yeah, I could do that too. Okay. I put those back under my table. Too bad I didn't have like a Jack Skellington fleece fabric. That would be cool. I think that would be really, really neat. Okay, so I just kind of folded it over. And folded it over. It's kind of lined up on my lines there. And I messed up my cutter a little bit when my son spilled orange juice on my table. And it got on my cutter, but I didn't realize it was inside the part of the cutter. And so it kind of gummed up my gears a little bit. All right. So then I'm just going to take it and line that piece up there. But I have to have two pieces because I have to make it that double length. And I'm just going to kind of go and follow along with that piece there. No. Like it has a slow comeback that doesn't always want to slide back because it like gummed up my gears. Like, so if I was to take this and take off my blade and go soak it in some stuff and then let it fully dry, I think it would fix it. I just haven't done that yet. So then I need to decide what fabric to use for this. Well, that piece was my extra piece. Can't get that confused. Okay. So I have my two pieces here. That's going to make it extra long. I'll put you back up really quick. So if we had these two pieces, we'll pin them together really quick, just so that they're shown together. What I should do is get something like that, like a little trim or something to put like little tassels on the end. That would be really cool. Well, then it will be long enough because obviously she's a big lady because she's got a 5X jacket. And so this has to be big on me to fit her. Do I have black fleece? I don't know. I probably do. I have so much fabric, you guys would be shocked. I know where there is a black fabric that I already have cut out. And then I have other fabrics. I have so much fabric, guys. You would think I'm a fabric hoarder. I'm just kidding. I am a fabric hoarder. So, hi, Nez. Yeah, they're not. So I have this black fabric. It is like it has a little bit of stretch to it. Just a little bit. I've used this on a shirt that I've made before. So I have a whole bunch of it cut because I was going to make a black pair of knit overalls. Hi, thank you so much for joining us today, Marty. You have a wonderful day. So I could use this with this. And this is soft enough and warm enough that it would probably work. Either that or I have this fleece fabric, but sewing it on the back of the Jack Skellington, I don't know. Roses and black rose fleece with Jack Skellington. I think it would look pretty cool. But I think this one would probably be better just for the combination. So, move those fabrics out of the way since I don't need those at the moment. I've got like 2 yards of this cut out, so it's going to have to be different. Because I don't think the 2 yards I have cut on that is going to be long enough to accommodate this. Yes, sewing is a fun way to, well, a way to have fun with art. So if we took and measured this along like this, like that's kind of how I do my measuring sometimes. I take and line it up to see if it's gonna work. But it would be kind of cool to have this like the full length that I don't have to sew a seam down the center. My kids are upstairs yelling Daniel. You know what? It's almost perfect. So I am just going to actually use this black with that length. And if it's just a little bit shorter than this other, it'll be okay. It'll work out perfect. Okay. So I'm going to fold this up. Yeah, have fun with art. Yeah, I gotcha, Nez. I understood. We understand the Taiwanese with like the spell check and stuff. Okay. We've got that piece. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my chair as part of my hold up here. Scan you back down so you can see what I'm doing here. So Jen doesn't yell at me again. I'm just giving you a hard time, Jen. Because I was trying to show something and I didn't have it scanned down so you could see it. I've got that. Grab my cutter again and my ruler. Move this out of the way so I have more room on my table. Because I have like a million things on my table here. Okay. And then we'll just kind of lay this out here. I guess I really don't even need my ruler. I'll just put my ruler back. Kind of line this up. And I don't really even know how wide I made that. There. All right. You know what would be really neat? I know this is totally out of the woodworks. But if I took and embroidered Jack on one side, like made it on the black part of it instead of this side of it, and embroidered another design on the opposite end, I think that would be pretty cool. So do you guys want to hang out a little bit longer and watch me sew this up? You don't have to. I'm just asking because it'll be fun. It'll be fun for me. I don't know if it'd be fun for you watching me sew. And the only reason why I was saying that I should wait to do this off camera, well, what I was saying is that I should be filming this like as a separate tutorial type thing so that I could use it for my video tomorrow that I'm supposed to be doing, because I signed up to do a advent calendar tutorial type thing with Sherry from Granny's Sewing Room, and she's come in a lot of the chats. Oh, we're good. I'm just gonna continue on, Dixie, and I can make another one too. But I was saying I could do this as part of that tutorial of making a scarf for Christmas type thing. But I'm just going to do it. And then I can record a different tutorial or whatever. It's just my crazy thinking. Okay. Find my scissors. So I have some pretty nifty scissors that I recently got. They're called the Kai scissors. And I got them from like a kind of like a bin store, outlet store type thing, where he buys bins of stuff and then he like sells it for discounted prices. Yeah, I saw these scissors, and so I actually ended up getting 3 pairs. Like the first pair I got, I think I spent like $7 for. I think I got 2 of them actually at that time, so that was $14. And then I got another pair for like, I don't remember, but I got it for a pretty good price. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a stitching line, like a top stitch line down this section. Trying to decide. I think that I want to just to hold that seam down and give it a little bit of extra stability. Okay. So I think I added up the cost of them all after the fact. And maybe I spent like $21. No. Because I think after adding it up, they averaged out to about like $5 a piece. Because I know I got one of them for like $1. Because we were doing a $1 bin day. Because he would have days that he would sell the remaining stuff for $1. And I happened to go in and I happened to find one sitting in the bin on a $1 day. And I was shocked. Like literally. I was like, seriously? Like people didn't realize the value that they saw. All right, so I have that sewn together. I did a little top stitch there. And now we'll take this, and I think that this other side is what I want to use as the outside part, and that is the inside. So I'm going to actually cut off this selvage edge here. I'll just use this. This is the one that I usually use for like paper and stuff. And this rotary cutter I've had for, geez, since I started sewing. So at least 25 years maybe. But I'm pretty sure I got it when I got my first sewing machine, like around that time. Oh no, Jen. Naughty puppy. Chewed up your thread? What are you going to do, Jen? So, I know I probably don't need to pin this, but I'm just going to pin the edges, and then I won't pin the sides. Let's kind of pin this to keep it in place. Yeah, you gotta love those puppies. Although I don't love puppies. Just saying. I'm not a puppy lover, but that's only because I don't want that responsibility. And I have it anyways because my daughter has a dog and she's home with me. And so half the time the responsibility falls on me because, yeah. I don't believe I was off that bad. Good thing I repinned it. All right. So, I make sure I have the right side up there. And I think I pinned the wrong side to the wrong side. It's not like it matters. I don't think it matters. We're adjusting. So I know this is going to gross some people out, and it grosses me out too. Okay. So a couple weeks ago, I know somebody had mentioned that we needed to get a cat because I had mentioned something about mice. Well, they said that a cat would fix that problem. Well, it hasn't fixed it yet, but I did see a little critter last night in my kitchen digging through my drawers. So I dumped out those drawers and they all went straight into the trash can. Yeah. Not like that stuff gets used much anyways. But I threw away the plastic silverware too because I had a whole bunch of that. But it was in plastic wrapping, but I just couldn't like keep it. I could have, but I couldn't. So I just threw it all away because there was mice droppings on everything in those drawers. And the cat saw it, and they've been trying to go crazy looking for that mouse. And we saw it last night. And yeah. And I'm all out of sticky traps unless I take one off of where I have some. And I don't want to do that because then I could have a whole family living up somewhere that the mice, that it's not going to catch. Yeah, I hate mice, but we get them every single year, and that's the rough thing. Every single year. Because I live by a field, like a block up. Well, it's even less than a block. Maybe 1,000 feet. I don't know. It's not too far. It's like the next block over. So, like this section of the block. There's a big field, and it's like a walking trail and the observatory park and all that. And so during the wintertime when it gets cold, well, they invade the houses. And obviously it invades my house too. So I'm going to make some noise. I'm going to sew this up. And hopefully it's not too loud. I'm hoping that the mic cancels out and YouTube cancels out like all the extra noise that the machines make. So, like, towards the end, like the middle of this video, I was showing my embroidery machines, and I realized that one of the little drives, that the USB drives, I had accidentally left it in the machine, and it messed up the drive. Well, I was just thinking about it, and luckily it's not the drive that has the embroidery design that I did for the jacket. It's not the one that has that design. It just has the ornament designs on it. And the ornament designs are so easy to download and put on the drive that that's not going to be an issue if that drive is totally ruined. Yeah. So I know it's not good that I destroyed it and if it's ruined. But the embroidery file that I used is actually going to be okay. Because that wasn't in the machine. That was actually already put in the drawer of notions that I use for my machine. The machine I am using now is the Brother CS6000i computer machine. So this machine I found at a thrift store for like $25. And it still had blue tape on it. And it had really like hardly ever been used. It may have been used a couple of times. And I found it. I did have to buy a cord for it. And then later, my buttonhole foot broke. And so I ordered a new buttonhole foot and got it. But then I was looking on eBay and I found a machine just like this one for like $50. And yes, I got it. But it wasn't for the machine itself. I got it for the accessories that came with it. So it came with the buttonhole foot and the other accessories and the walking foot. And it came with the extension table. So I have a second machine. Yes, I collect machines, Dixie. I do. So I have a lot of machines actually. But I got the second machine just for the items that came with it. But now it's sitting back in the storage room. You know, I seriously thought that when I measured this out, it was going to be better than that. Obviously. Well, I have a broken brother too. It is my first machine and the stitch selector on it broke. And so I was able to get it back into the straight stitch, but there was no fixing the stitch selector, so it's just stuck in straight. And it sits in the storage room. In the back storage room because there's no need to have it out taking up space in the other area. So I thought that would cover up more space than it did. I thought it would just be like a little bit. Well, it's a lot of it. I'm just saying. Yeah, what's wrong with your machine, Jen? What'd you do to it? Uh-oh. Okay, so Jen, that's not too hard to fix, seriously. You need to take the needle out. Like, so loosen your little, like, knobby on the side to take out. And then you can... That's why you got a new machine? Oh, my goodness, Jen. So what brand of brother though did you break, Jen? That's what I'm asking. What model? I'm pretty sure it's a computer model if it's stuck in air mode. I'm just saying. I haven't fixed it yet, but I might be able to help you fix it if you're interested, Jen. Like this black fabric is kind of stretchy. Yeah, I can try, Jen. It would at least give you one machine that you could use on strictly paper, and one machine that you could use for your fabric sewing. It's an idea. I could. So which machine is it, Jen? Like, I need to know the model of your machine. Is it the same machine model that I have? Or is it a different machine model? Because I can get on a StreamYard video with you or whatever. If you set it up, I don't know if you have me on social media or not. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I know I'm in Beth Schuller's group, and I'm in Mary's group, Fib Diggity, however you say that. And I know I've gotten mail from you, Jen. So I know you know my last name. I just don't use my last name on YouTube. And it's on Facebook. It's a picture of me, picture of my face. It's like a black and white, like kind of like what they call sepia, but it's like a black and white photo of me. Okay, so have that sewn together. It may not be the best. I was trying to decide if I wanted to add tassels on this. Should I add tassels? I could. I have some, but that might be too much. I have those colorful ones that I got, and I have other ribbons and stuff. I have some red tassel type stuff too, but that may not be good. I even have the cool little like red tassel type fab like trim. Trying to decide what I want to do here. Let me know. Should I add tassels on this? Thumbs up or a thumbs down? But I could. I would just unpick that a little bit so it goes right into that seam. So just black tassels. I don't know if I have any black tassels. Let me look. Give me 2 minutes. So, unfortunately, guys, I don't have any black tassels because I didn't pick them up when I could have picked them up. Because I picked up a giant thing of colorful tassels. So I have tassels like this that are extra long and bulky and that may not look good on because they're so long. Yeah, I don't think that would look good in there. I don't. Like hanging in there. I don't think that would look good. So those tassels are out of the question. Those would not work. I don't think I have any black tassels. I might somewhere in my mess of a sewing room. Yeah, that's too busy. Like if I had, so just saying. And of course I keep this in this same package that it came to me in. From Thailand back in 2020. Back, let's see, in January of 2020. So it was an Etsy shop that I got on. And I ordered some. Because I was looking for this trim for a shirt I was working on, or a dress. Black pom-poms. I know I have white little pom-pom trim, and I have a red pom-pom trim, or purple. Purple would be cool. Thing is, I don't think I have any of that either. So this, I would have enough of the red, if I was to do red. But red's just not going to cut it. I have this little, like, trim. It's like an elastic trim type. Black and gray, but I don't want to use an elastic trim on something either. I have hearts and stars. And I know if I turned it off and looked, I would probably find something. You know, I could even go to Hobby Lobby and I would find something. It's just I don't need anything else is the thing. And I know it's not in my bucket here. Now I have black rickrack. Is that black? Yeah, it's like a giant rickrack. I have some of that. I have a red giant rickrack. Other little things here. I have some green and blue too. And it's not like you guys can even see what I'm talking about here. But yeah, that's not going to cut it either, I tell you. You have to straighten that corner up again. So, I could make a bunch of pom-poms, but that's not the same. And I have like a fuchsia purple pink pom-pom, but that's not the same either. That would not match the purple that I have. So you know what, guys? We're just not going to put any pom-poms or trim or tassels on it because I don't have any that are going to work readily available because I don't. So what we're going to do is we're just going to finish this off. How's that sound? You know, I could do like maybe a fabric on the end and do like little snips that would make little fringes. But you'd have to have like fleece fabric to do the fringes on the side. So let me look in my closet of goodies here and see what I can find. Okay, I found something, guys. All right. So I have this extra thick, like, yarn stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to stitch it on the outside of the thing with a zigzag stitch. And it's just going to kind of be stitched down and be on the edge. Because I'm going to top stitch the whole thing anyways. And so that's just going to be one of those accents after I top stitch it. Because I was looking for something else back there. And I saw this in one of my baskets. And so it just kind of tore off a couple pieces. Because it's like at the underneath another basket, but it has like, it's like a laundry basket that has a hole in it. Oh no, something's wrong. Well, the only issue that I have with this a lot of the time that when it starts to get low, the other thread catches in the thing and tries to mess up my machine. Okay. So now I need to rewind a bobbin because I only had that one wound at the time. Because I finished the jacket. You see it wind up so fast. And see, look, it's emptying out the thread spool. Oh no, I know what I forgot to do. It's like all uneven right there because I forgot, because it got stuck in my thing. That's okay. So that's wound, that's empty. And I know I have another spool sitting in here because when I picked up these spools, I got them from Hobby Lobby for like $1, for like 99 cents. And I picked up like 3 of them, which I should have picked up like 20 of them. Seriously. I was already spending so much money on spools of fabric. I got a whole bunch of their 100% cotton variegated threads for like $3 a piece. And they were like spools that held more thread than these ones. And I knew I needed some more black like spools. I have like the giant spools that you use for sergers and stuff of black. But for like general sewing and stuff, I had to get. And I know this has like that little needle threader thing, but those things are such a pain. The only needle threader that I use on a machine is on my brother's embroidery machine, because it has like the little like automatic threader on the side that you just feed it through and it automatically makes it well. An HC 1850. Okay. So I can look that up and see if it's similar to one that I've done. So I can show you the other side of my machine. Like this is my machine that I have. You want to see my Winnie the Pooh design? Look at that. So this is the Winnie the Pooh and Piglet like having a little picnic. And I put it on like a little like checkered like vinyl background. And this is like a little applique thing that I did with my applique machine. But I picked up one of those applique machines from a thrift store. And then I decided I wanted other designs to go with it. So I went down the rabbit hole and got more threads and the design cartridge for the machine. So I had Winnie the Pooh. And see, this one will also work if I don't want to use the foot pedal. It'll work just fine. But most of the time I do use the foot pedal just because. All right. Well, that part is sewn up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew up this part, but it's going to have a little hole in the center so that I can flip it out. Okay, so I have like lost everybody. They all left me. Peanut butter cookies. Oh, yum. You know, I haven't made cookies in a long time. I probably could. All right. So I have that sewn up. It's not like the best, but it's okay. All right. So like everybody left me. Basically, because they only came to watch the jacket. Oh, now a whole bunch of people have joined. But they mostly just came to watch me show off the jacket that I did. And then I was talked into making a scarf. But you know what? It wasn't hard to talk me into it because all you had to do was mention it. And that light bulb in my mind clicks. And I'm like, yeah, I can whip that up really quick. Why not? All right. So we have this long, and the hole here is big enough to put my whole arm through. Yeah, like toffee. Is it kind of almost like peanut brittle? Or is it just like a toffee? Is Marty the one that mentioned the scarf? Yeah, we can blame her anyways, right? Wink, wink. So before I top stitch this though, guys, I do need to iron it because I don't like top stitching anything down without ironing it because I want it to look professional. I want it to look nice. I don't want it to look like amateur didn't. Well, it's all good, Dixie. I figured it probably was Dixie, but I'm good with it either way. I liked your suggestion. So, like I said, it wasn't hard to talk me into it. So, I do need to iron this because I'm not going to top stitch it without ironing it. So, if we did those little, like this little trim there, that would look pretty cool, right? Just right there on the edge. I think that would look fabulous. So, I'm going to move my curtain really quick. And I kind of have to clear off my table, my ironing table. Yep, I called it a table. Okay. All right. See, I had a whole bunch of stuff stacked on there, guys. Mostly my felts. Okay. My craft felt. So I am going to unplug you. Hold on. So close your eyes if you get sick with this, guys, because I'm going to move you. Okay? So you can watch me iron this. Because I don't want you to get sick from my motion. I know, that was a lot of motion, wasn't it? Okay. And then I've got my... Hi, Carol. How are you? I'm doing like a little impromptu scarf making to go with the jacket that I made. Because I can, you know. It was thrown out there as a suggestion to make a scarf. And it's just one of those things. I'm just going to kind of like include it in this jacket bundle that I did. Oh, I forgot to turn on the brake on the power strip. I plugged it in, but I forgot to turn on the power strip. And my iron's not going to heat up if it doesn't have power to it. I was like, where's the light? Oh, I bet that quilt is looking amazing, Carol. I've seen a couple pictures of it. You know, quilts take a lot of time. Okay. Well, this is my cordless iron that I use. I've only had it for maybe a month and a half, maybe. So I got it around the same time I got my heat gun that I got. Now, also amazing about this is that you can switch the lever and then it makes it a corded. So it would have the cord on it. And somebody's coming down here to disturb me.
Mom?
What, Elizabeth?
Can you order pizza for dinner?
Order pizza for dinner?
Yeah.
What for?
Because I like pizza.
I could make a pizza out of the freezer. You guys don't like those ones, huh?
Yeah, because the sauce is too hot.
The sauce is too hot?
Yeah, the sauce is so always too hot.
So you want Little Caesars pizza? Huh?
I like the pizza that the pizzerias make.
Yeah, Little Caesars pizza that we usually get.
Yeah, I like those kinds of pizzas.
Okay.
That's because the sauce isn't as hot as the pizzas that you make.
Oh, is there frozen pizzas that I cook in the oven?
Yeah. The pizzas that you make, the sauce is way too hot.
Okay.
Hot. That's why I never liked the pizzas.
That's why you don't like it when I cook it in the oven?
Yeah. Because you always make the sauce way too hot.
I don't make the sauce. Somebody else makes it stop. Silly girl.
No.
She decided to throw her arm in front of the computer screen. Well, it's not time for dinner yet. So we still have time.
Mom, when will it be dinner?
Like in 4 hours.
Okay. Mom, can I have Little Caesar's pizza?
Possibly.
As Mom, I very much hate that the sauce is too hot.
But you really want pizza though, right?
Yeah. No, because I had pizza. That doesn't.
We haven't had pizza in a while.
Yeah, that isn't very hot.
Yeah.
I had pizza that the sauce isn't very hot.
Yeah.
Hot in a very long time.
Okay.
My Little Caesar pizza. I very much like their sauce.
Okay.
So you can leave a very good review on them.
Oh, okay.
And if they how we will pizza. Tell them that one of our daughters it loves the sauce.
Oh. All right. So my 8-year-old wants pizza for dinner. Hope you guys enjoyed that chatter. Now she's upstairs telling her siblings that we're going to have pizza for dinner. Like I was talking to someone the other day. I think it was probably Clint. Because he has a channel. And we were talking. He mentioned something about my room. He's like, you got a pretty good space. I'm like, well, it's okay. It's not the biggest. But it's a pretty decent size. I'm just limited on what I can do because of the poles that are in the way. So I would move the tables around and have them going differently in here so my setup could be different. But I can't do that because of the poles, and the poles get in the way of that functionality. But it's all good. I don't know if you hear that, but my heater just clicked on. Like my furnace is going, I can hear that. Because this room right here, so this, behind this door, that is the furnace room. It's where the furnace and the water heater is. I'm sure some people would say, you're downstairs with the water heater? What if the water heater gets a hole in it and leaks? Well, we kind of took care of that because We have a tankless water heater. And so there is no tank to get a hole in and leak. And the door hasn't always been there. It used to just be an open space. Well, it used to just have an open way before. And so it was open up to the rest of the room. And I decided that, well, and my mom, we decided that it needed a door on it. And now, surprisingly, this room will fit a queen size bed. I'm just saying. I'll fit it up right against the wall and in between the poles. But it will fit a queen size bed. It's not the easiest to get a queen size bed mattress up and down the stairs. It's probably a lot easier now because we took out the half wall. Granted, we have railing, but it's more accessible to access to get things. But it's not as easy to get things up and down now, in and out, because just outside of my door, I have, like, the door that goes upstairs. I have a pattern cabinet that I got from the thrift store. It's like a filing cabinet type thing, but I call it a pattern cabinet. And it was like meant for that space because it like fits perfectly. So it's probably back in 2019. After I finished the work on the room. Hi, Chris. So glad to see you here. Yeah, I was supposed to stream yesterday. I was going to. And that just did not happen. I intended to come on and stream. And then I got busy and doing the embroidery designs and figuring all that out and then getting frustrated. Which you want to be able to tell because I hide it really well. But I did get a little bit frustrated because embroidery files, I thought they weren't working. I thought that they weren't going to work with the machine. But I tried to do it on my brother machine, like using the files on my brother machine. And it wasn't working. So I thought it was busted. But it would work on my biking machine just fine. So if you get seasick, just going to give you a fair warning, okay? We're moving you again, okay? So if you get seasick, there's a little bit of motion. I'm going to plug you back in so we can keep going. Just because I like to have it plugged in when I'm using it. All right. And I'm going to put my curtain back up. So I think I'll sew the sides and then I'll sew the edge on the edge, a little trim on the edge. So I'm going to put it in the middle needle position just so it goes right along there. If you're wondering what I'm making, Chris, I am making a scarf, like a little impromptu thing. It was a suggestion, and I went running with it. I know I've been streaming like for 3 hours now, guys. Hopefully you got your school issues figured out, Chris. Oh no, Chris. Do changes to your course? That's no fun. Well, maybe it will be good changes, or maybe it will be more difficult ones. Like, I try not to talk too much while I'm stitching it up because I don't want it to all, like, get all garbled and weird. as I'm going. Okay, so I have this all top stitched. Well, most of it. Okay, I'm going to top stitch these ends, but then I'm going to do the zigzag on there to stitch on those other pieces. Okay. I need to do a top stitch on this side too, just because. Okay. Oh, I got a message. Okay. So the lady just messaged me asking if I'm ready for her to come pick up her coat. So I'm going to have to message her and say yes, but the coat is done. I don't have the scarf done yet, but that will take like 2 minutes. So I'm going to put it on a stitch 5, which the stitch 5 is like a different kind of stitch. It's like it's a zigzag, but it's a bunch of stitches in one. Is that right? Or do I want to do a 4? Maybe I want to do just a regular zigzag, but I want to up the stitch length and the width. I don't know. I gotta test this out, guys. Okay, I'm gonna use a smaller scrap. Okay, Denley. I'm gonna use a smaller scrap here and see how it's gonna turn out. Because I don't want to put it on there if it's not gonna look good. That's the thing. Okay. So it didn't look too bad, right? I think it looks okay. So I think that'll work. Just using that wider stitch. So I have it on stitch length 7 and stitch length 4 and stitch width 7. Okay. Put that in there. Okay. Thank you, Denley. Our little impromptu scarf that we're making. cut this piece. All right. Well, see, looks pretty good, right? I think she'll like it. So now we'll just come over and trim some of that. Take this over here and I'm going to go ahead and text her really quick because I guess she texted me half an hour ago and I'm just barely getting it. I'm going to ask her if she has my address. Because her mom might have given her my address. So she'd come over and get that. I believe I ignored her for half an hour. Oh my goodness. I hope she doesn't think I was totally ignoring her on purpose. Oh, she doesn't have my address. So I'll give her my address really quick. Okay. I gave her my address. Now she can come and get her jacket with her bonus ornaments and bonus scarf. Okay. Have the edge there, which looks fabulous. And I can kind of like go through and kind of pull up some of those fibers so it looks more natural. I'm glad I found this black yarn that I had. But I have I think I have like 3 skeins of this. I also have a red yarn and a blue yarn that is like this fuzzy thickness stuff along with this black. Scuff that up a little bit. And the back doesn't have any on there, just the front part. But so we have a nice big long scarf. I never did tell you like the width of it. So it was like 9 inches. So if you take like maybe that 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch off each side, it was probably, I cut it probably 9.5 inches wide. So it's all done, and it has a cute little fringe on the end that just kind of tops it off and completes it. Like I could even have done like fringe like all the way around because I have like a whole skein of this black yarn that I could have done the fringe all the way around. But that might be too much for it though. So it's just like a quick impromptu whip up of this scarf to match the jacket. And I know, Chris, you have not seen the jacket because, yeah, I'm going to find out in just a little bit how she likes it. I know I sent her a picture of the jacket So I'm hoping it's something. Now I would like to embroider a design on this edge, like maybe the jack and stuff, but if she's on her way, I'm not going to have time for that because those designs take a couple minutes to stitch out. But I think it would be really cool to have one of those designs on one side and one on the other. And I don't want to be stuck with it if she shows up before it was done. So she's not going to get an embroidered design on this because that would be a little too much. But it will go along nicely with these pockets, like her little makeshift ornament things I made just for the heck of it. And see, this is the embroidery design I would do on the scarf, is like this design and this design, so that it would kind of match the jacket. But yeah, this is the jacket. It's got a little hanger. And I figured I would show it again because Chris hasn't seen it. And then it's got that pocket there, that pocket there. And then it's got the outside pocket right here. It's got the pocket that has a little peek of the Jack Skellington Nightmare Before Christmas. This fabric here. I had like 2 fat quarters of this, and I used it to cut out pocket lining pieces, and then they weren't quite cut out right. And being that it's directional, it wasn't going to work with the jacket. And then it's got the zipper, and yes, I put a zipper on the jacket instead of buttons or snaps, because they liked to have the zipper. And then it's got the zipper pocket there, and it zips up. So this is kind of one of those little bonuses to go with her jacket, is this cool little scarf. I wonder if she messaged me back. She says she'll be by shortly. So I don't know what shortly means. But I'm pretty sure it means the amount of time that it takes to drive from her house to my house. So that could be anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes. I realize that this yarn has like little pieces in it, and had to trim off that little edge or it's going to be pokey. Like this other one's fine. That side just had that little part of like the stuff that holds the yarn together, I guess. Those little edges there. All right. Well, I guess I should be done for now. And thank you guys all so much for joining me today and watching me whip up this scarf in a couple minutes. I hope you... Thank you so much, Jen. Oh yeah, I'm going to go get pizza tonight for my kids because they had asked. And I'm just going to take and put this cool little scarf inside this jacket pocket here. I wonder if I do have time to like put like one design on there I think that would be really cool. You know, if I hadn't have already put these little grommets and stuff through this, what I could have done, but this one takes a long time to do and so much black. I could have done like stitched it on this edge like that, and it could have been on there like a applique. If I hadn't have already put the grommet pieces on there. Oh, and I did add my label, if you guys are wondering. So I did put my little label in there. And these labels I hand make. And it's just like with some like ribbon stuff. And so I do make my own labels. And did put that on there. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Stay creative and have a wonderful day. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye now.